Yo, there's about a 15-second delay on YouTube this time, at least it's not 20.
Here.
Let's discuss season 1, episode 14. I am hella late.
14.
Wow, that's a lot of shows.
It is.
Who signed up for this many shows?
You did. And Word, are you going to introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm first?
No, I already did. I just said I'm hella laced.
Oh, did I miss that? Would you say that in
I
sign
missed
language?
it too.
Right.
She
She
did.
said in
Clearly.
sign language.
y'all
apparently.
just not paying attention to me.
No. I'm going to go ahead and say you said in sign language, but you know what it is. It's your favorite customizer. Word Customs in the building. Also, the Cowboys fan you love to hate. Let's get it cracking today.
Hold on, Word, before Danny goes. I don't want to interrupt her, but did you change your camera quality?
Why do I not look good?
You coming
No.
in Digimon.
Oh my God. I
8-bit
freaking
Mario.
I changed it.
Where's?
Okay, that's better. Maybe
And
your
I didn't do
connection-
anything.
No,
Oh.
it could be because of your internet connection too.
She's closest to the router.
Well, you're good now.
You're gonna.
Go ahead, babe. Let everybody know who New is.
She just wanted to sabotage my introduction, but it's all gravy, baby.
Totally. You figured it out. Oh my God. You're a
Yes.
genius.
Anyway,
Totally.
it's y'all know me. Why you have to zoom in on me though? Back it up. Danny Nicole, aka Caramel Wonder. Y'all know where to find me on Instagram. I'm your friendly neighborhood Tada Sock Lady. Let's get into it. What we talking about today?
Ta-da, sock lady.
Well,
Whatever.
you want to start with your gossip? 'Cause
Gossip.
We got some good stuff. You stay acting like you don't know.
What gossip?
Mm.
I don't know what gossip. What gossip we gotta talk about? Oh, we talking about Cardi
We
B.
can talk about Cardi B's areolas.
Oh
No, we cannot. I will cut her off.
Well, not about it, but about the fact that people were saying that's the reason Offset cheated. Oh,
Yo, what's good?
Yo.
Yes.
I was doing 100 things, my bad.
It's all great.
Welcome.
What's up?
We were just getting done with our introductions. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Nicholas from Way Before the Fame. I have my own clothing line, streetwear / I don't know, I just do a lot of things. I don't want to be the clothing line guy because, like, although I do that, I do many other things as well.
He's the man.
I call you Mr. Give Back, Mr. Jims.
Facts. Just a free game.
Facts on facts.
That's what I give a lot of.
Danny was just in the middle of talking about the gossip that we have to talk about, and unfortunately, it had to do with Cardi B's areolas.
Oh, I've been seeing memes of those all week.
Yeah, people were trying to say that that's the reason why Offset cheated on her.
Oh, wow, that's fucked up.
Because I'm pretty sure that's not why. Because she claims that her areolas got like that after the baby, and he was cheating before this. So we can't chalk that up to the areolas. But
Yeah,
that
exactly.
thing was looking like an English muffin. I don't care what nobody
They
say.
called $silver or something, right?
It looked like an English muffin. Or one of them IHOP pancakes. I'm dead serious. You gotta go look at it. And then put a picture up of an English muffin and an IHOP pancake next to it. Y'all tell me what y'all
Did she get her boobs done, though, or is it just her butt?
No, her boobs are fake.
Her story is that just the booty was done.
Yeah.
But the picture that we found of Cardi B pre-fame, Cardi B was looking like a skater boy.
Really?
Skater boy, yeah. She probably had some M&Ms up top and a book bag with one book in it in the back. That's what she was working with.
Oh.
So, if you're going to be sliding on poles and making some dollars, you can't be going up there looking like that because ain't nobody going to throw nothing but 3 cents at you.
She's written lyrics, or I guess her ghostwriter has written lyrics a lot about the only thing.
You're throwing a lot of shade at Cardi right now. You're throwing a lot of shade at her.
No shade.
No, it's just been all over.
I know, but you could have just said her lyrics, but then you threw in her ghostwriter. You could have just been like her lyrics.
Listen, she's She's admitted to having a ghostwriter.
Well,
So.
No. I mean, I'm Team Nicki anyway. So
Oh, see?
yeah.
But
see,
supposedly they
see,
got a
also-
song coming together.
Yeah, they did squash their beef.
Oh yeah, I heard allegedly a song is coming out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they squashed their beef.
Yeah.
I think like Nikki's been popping up a lot in the last couple of days, and I think now that she's dropped the baby, she's just trying to get back in the scene because apparently there was a tweet or something from Gunica saying about a collab, and then there was her talking about she popped up on the Whole Lot of Choppers remix talking about a play date with Adonis. So I feel like she's just trying to insert her name in a lot of places right now.
I feel like she will always be popping now.
She gotta get the momentum going.
She's kind of like Rihanna. Like they do anything and everyone's gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, agreed.
True.
Danny, that's all you had for gossip? Is some areolas?
I mean, of course, we got Cardi B taking Offset back, but I mean, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
She said she had to take him back because she missed her best friend and she missed the good D and yada
I heard that she wasn't even the one to put out the divorce rumors in the first place, though.
Well, she was the one who filed. Right?
She filed. She did squash the rumor saying that because people were trying to say that she filed divorce because there was another baby. She squashed that rumor. She said it's not another baby. It's just that they were growing apart and they were tired of fighting.
I mean, they're young anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, she's like, what is she, 28 or
Yeah,
something?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that.
But
She's like late 20s.
I mean, do you think she's trying to make it work because Sweetie and Quavo doing so well? The competition?
No, she don't have nothing else to do. Like, who's gonna deal with them two volatile people? Nobody but them two volatile people together.
No, I think they'll probably break up again and be in another relationship.
And they'll keep coming back to each other.
I mean, Offset ain't cute anyway, so I don't know what. He looked like the bat from Anastasia.
That baby is gorgeous. So they made a pretty baby.
Yeah, baby is cute.
Yeah. I think that's all I had for gossip. Nothing much else is going on.
But politics.
Yeah. That's gossip every day. Any day of the week. Any day of the week, of the year, of the month, of the century.
Yeah. I'll be happy after November's done.
Yes. What are we moving on to?
Well, speaking of Cardi, she has a collab with Reebok coming up.
Honey, did y'all see those shoes?
I'll pull them up.
First of all, if you're gonna drop a collab with a female artist, particularly a sneaker, why choose Cardi B? First of all, Cardi B is a girly girl. Like if you're gonna get a red bottom, a high heel stiletto, a pump, Cardi B, not a sneaker.
What shoe she has? I didn't know she has a shoe.
Yeah, it's with Reebok, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's like a galosh and I don't know what mashed together. Like,
I mean, it's gonna sell out.
You think?
Yeah, it's Cardi B.
I don't think so.
They're also not gonna make like Jordan 1 quantities. You know what I mean? They're not gonna make like crazy amounts.
But I mean, if you
it's sold out already.
Oh, yeah, look, see, right there. Yeah, of course it's gonna sell out.
I mean, I feel like they should have gave her what's the popular show your toe mode Reeboks, the Double Dutch and the Streets Reeboks.
Yeah, should have gave it like the Bronx classic one.
Yeah, she should have just got the classic Tatiana.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like Funkmaster Flex Lugs boots.
Yeah, they look crazy.
With a rain slicker bottom on it, like.
But is that a translucent bottom?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. And then it goes all up on the upper.
Yeah, $100. It's Cardi B.
It looks like the shoe you had to wear when you had 1 foot longer than the other.
Yeah, like the extra sole.
Like, nah, it's a no.
I don't think they look terrible, but
what?
They had them for baby sizes too.
What?
I don't know that Cardi having a sneaker makes more sense than Beyonce, as 313 said. I mean, I'm not buying a Beyonce sneaker.
If someone came to Beyonce, she would probably be like, "No, I'm good."
Well, Beyonce, they try to do that whole sneaker thing with Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, with Adidas, right?
Yeah, and they had her.
Listen, that quality was trash.
It was.
They look much better in baby size.
They had her laying in a pile of shoes that still had tags on them. Like, y'all knew she wasn't wearing them shoes.
Exactly. Yeah. She don't gotta do that.
Why y'all know she wasn't wearing them shoes? And again, when you think sneaker, you don't think Cardi B. Not one bit. Like anybody, but like she's a girly girl. She wear heels everywhere. The long nails, like that's what you think.
They should have gave her like a bag collaboration or something.
Right. Something
Did
like
they talk clothes or just that? It was just that.
Just that.
It was just that.
Go back to the top angle.
The top angle of the baby shoes, or
that was the baby shoe.
The baby shoe was fire.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why it was so round. I was like, why is that junk look like Ronald McDonald's clown shoes?
Walking shoes.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Shoe collabs are not for everybody. Just because someone is popular in the music world doesn't mean they deserve a sneaker. There are plenty of people who deserve sneakers.
These are sold out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a member, so I'm assuming a wider release will come soon.
It was members only? Oh, so like they had like 10 pairs of each then. Got you.
I mean, they're selling on StockX right now for $130.
And what was the
baby
retail?
sizes, or
there's resale on them, especially the smaller sizes.
They were $100 for the adult pair.
Yeah, I'm talking about the adult pair. The adult pair, like the size 5 is going for $200. Size 6 is $185. Size 6.5, $185.
And what was the retail?
$100. It's Cardi B though. Like she has millions of fans.
Nah.
I mean, think about ASAP Rocky's skater shoe. That shoe was hideous and it sold out.
Nah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the generation of today will buy anything, especially.
Yeah, they don't matter. They don't care. Like
people will buy
they
anything.
Buying them to rock it, they're gonna buy it to sell it.
Yeah. It's definitely a flip buy.
Nah, people are gonna buy it. It's like when the Rihanna Creepers came out. How you guys feel about those?
Oh, I have multiple pairs of those.
But have you ever legit seen someone in the street in those?
Yes.
Yeah.
When they first came out, I did. Not anymore though.
Yes.
Not anymore. You're right about that one.
Mm-hmm.
But do you legit see somebody wearing these?
Yeah.
The Cardi B's?
Maybe it's the New York in me, but 100%. Like 100%. I see people rocking them.
Nah.
Or yeah.
Maybe somebody Nana, because they want her to be semi-hip.
Nah, I'm telling you, those probably sold out in minutes. Like people love Cardi B.
Well, we're gonna see when they do the wider release how they do, because this apparently was a members only. So
oh yeah, of course. They're not gonna make a crazy amount.
That could have been 10 pairs. So
yeah,
like Cardi could have bought them all herself. Like no.
Danny got the whole umbrella today for Cardi B. All that shade is just
no. That is not it.
Another shoe release that I'm really excited for is the Nike Day of the Dead collection.
Oh yeah, those are fire.
Love the 90s.
I know 313 gonna be all over those.
Oh no.
Let's see. Are these a mid?
Oh, the ones? More than likely.
More than likely.
Yeah. They already. I mean, well, they did the Latin History Month high, so it's probably a mid.
It's probably a mid.
It looks like a mid.
I'm digging the colors. I'm definitely digging the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, super.
The Air Max 90 is definitely gonna be the sought after.
Yeah. What does it have a breakdown of materials? Because it looks like there's like a lot of texture going on those 90s.
Right.
I'm trying to find a better picture, but it's just all they have are these
right, slideshow. Right.
Yeah.
Are they not in the stickers app?
I haven't seen them yet. Hold on.
I didn't see them yet.
Chicago.
Wait, 313 said they are mid and she dropped Chicago to get them.
Not the mids. If you're going to Chicago for the 90s.
But you know 313 loves mids, so.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I can't bring myself to drive. I don't know how far of a drive that is.
From where? How far is that drive for you, 313?
I'm pulling up better picture.
Okay.
Ooh, ready?
See, now that is a definite must.
Yeah, that's a super cool shoe.
Those are gonna be a problem.
They are.
Look at all that. It would be dope if they use like different kinds of fabrics, but it's just a design that's.
It's still dope.
Yeah.
When's the other one? November 1st? The real day? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They come out.
They come out on October 27th.
Yeah, these are definite musts.
Look at that tongue, though. The crack.
Basquiat said they're gonna be a quick strike. The 90s.
Yeah, it's gonna be sneakers L for me.
Oh,
So I would
listen, we gotta put positive energy out into the air. Listen.
Okay, I'm positive it's an L for me.
Listen.
I've never hit it. I never hit on a shoe on Steve. I don't even try anymore.
On
Right.
Sneakers at?
Sneakers
I used to be nice with the bot back in the day, and I just fell off.
Sneakers at this point are just taking up space on my phone that I already don't have.
Yeah, legit. Like I put the reminder too, and then the day comes, and I'm like, oh wow, I forgot.
Yep, same.
I mean, we all say we're not gonna try. We end up trying just to get that anxiety going.
I'm gonna try, but
for that L. It's we can't not try. It wouldn't be right. It's just a sneakerhead in us.
Does anyone want me to bring up the mids? I'm only bringing up the.
Yeah, you bring up the mids so we can see it.
Bring up the mids.
Oh, these don't have a release date though.
The blazer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe they're just gonna pop them up.
I kind of like these. Now that I'm looking at the pictures,
they're definitely a nice blank canvas for like a customizer.
Yeah,
there's not a lot going on.
I mean,
I think sure that texture would be hard though. No word.
What kind of texture is it?
It's like a cracked texture.
Oh, cracked. But I mean, there's so many white blazers with maybe just a colored swoosh. Like it's not something you need to go after to just if you're specifically trying to get it for customization.
Right.
It's not on my radar. Like I got two pair of blazers that I forgot about over here.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not really feeling those.
I like the bottom. That's about
I like
it.
them, but I wouldn't wear them.
They come out on the 20th.
So 90s it is for me. I'm claiming it. I'm putting that in the atmosphere.
Wait, is that a part of the pack or is that the Halloween?
These are just the Halloween ones.
Okay.
Nah. They're cool.
You know me, I love a good glow in the dark sole.
Yeah, I mean, glow in the dark soles are definitely dope. But I don't know, maybe that drip I'm not feeling. If the drip glowed, maybe it'd be a little bit extra.
How do you feel about these ones?
Now these, I know Jim's probably going after those.
Yeah,
I think they're clean. Like they're super clean. I have
on small feet.
Yeah, I think they're cool.
Yeah, I got two. I got an all black pair with a gum bottom and the all white pair with the gum bottom of those trainers. They're comfortable. I wouldn't mind if I could get those for retail. I'd go for it.
I like the detail on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little like embossed bats on the back.
Oh yeah,
that's fire. Look, I just want the Air Force Ones.
The what?
Air Force Ones.
Oh.
Let me see if they have it. Hold on.
The skeleton.
The skeleton. Let's see what we got on here.
313 says she needs the spiderweb 90s.
Danny's gonna love this one.
What? You bringing up some Sheenans? I don't
Who,
like
me?
that. Yeah.
I would never.
The lies. Here come the lightning now. Move away from the window.
Both of y'all say the same things when y'all lying, huh? What I do? I would
never. You're lying. The truth ain't in you. Hold on. Why isn't it loading anything?
Your AOL ain't.
See, it ruined it.
Because it knows you with the shits.
Probably. I was gonna show Danny the prior Moss Reeboks that we showed in the last live.
Oh, Pierre.
You know, the one with the high instep.
Pierre Moss. Oh, no. Prior Moss.
They're so ugly. We have to name them something just as ugly. I was gonna pull up these ones, but it doesn't give me a link. It's just these shoes.
Or is there a space in between the ankle, or is that just white on it?
Where?
What? No, they're low tops, and then
They're
this
low
is
tops
like
and
some
The
Oh,
tongue?
ears.
I don't know. It's a new.
No. But check out the what are those? The ones that you customize for Mr. Miller.
Oh,
The
the
Airbnb
depth.
adapt. The mags. I'm like, those mags are not gonna look like his mags. They don't got the extra on the back.
They don't have the Air Forces on here though.
Oh, they stink.
Yeah, they don't even have the mids we want to look at.
Man.
Um. Anyways. Oh wait, hold on.
No.
I think Word was talking about these. These ones?
What?
The
I kind
Chewbacca?
of like those.
No, I said the Boba Fett. The green
No,
one.
we were talking about these the other night.
The
Not on the
Chewbacca?
live.
Were we talking about those?
The Chewbacca's?
I
Yeah.
like those.
I was saying I wanted the Boba Fett's.
I like those. I'd rock those.
More wolf pussy Adidas.
The box is fire.
Yo, the box
Right.
area. I appreciate the attention to detail.
I like them though. I would wear them.
If you want vinegar feet, go ahead and cut.
My feet wouldn't be like I wear Uggs and my feet don't smell like vinegar. What are you talking about?
Nah.
Oh, it looks like the fur buttons on just like those ones.
Yeah.
Removable wolf pussy.
You got a removable merkin.
I probably wouldn't remove it from these though. I did remove it from the ones because I was not with that.
Yeah, no. Okay.
But I would rock those.
We're going on a tangent. So sorry. Word, do you want to talk about your artist spotlight?
Sure, why not? That would be the time we've come to. This week, my artist spotlight is almost an artist I forgot about. I think I discovered him like back in February of this year. He came across on my Explorer page one of the pieces he did for Biggie. His name is Lawrence Jansen, I believe. He's from Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. His Instagram is Lawrence J Drawings, but he does a lot of sketches. I think he just uses like markers and colored pencils style. He's done a lot of things, but he also in April he had a collab with Ewan. As you can see, the Ewing drawing there. He actually did a collab where they put his drawing on the tongue and also on the top of the box. So that's pretty dope to have an artist.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
He's a beast.
he like it's crazy. And I think the first thing I saw from him was an Eminem piece, and you know I'm an Eminem stan. So that was in February, if I'm not mistaken.
Forgot his birthday though.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I forgot his birthday because I was all wrapped up in breast cancer stuff. But anyways, yeah. But he was featured at the Loud Records 25th anniversary, the Biggie 25th anniversary. I think he did the 30th anniversary of Yo MTV Raps, where all his artwork was featured. You know, you got to hang out with the artists and at the concert.
Look at that detail.
Yo, but that Biggie back on the back of the 3 was fire because I reposted that today. But just the detail, like how real they look, to just be doing that with like markers or paper.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
One thing I don't do, I won't say I can't do, I haven't really tried, but I don't do is like portraits and realism. And like some of the stuff that people are able to do is crazy. Like that looks like somebody photoshopped a real photo and of someone drawing it. Like that's how good that junk looks. And I don't know, he doesn't have a website. I don't know if he sells his art or not, if he just does it for, you know, I mean, I'm sure he probably does sell it, but I don't know if he has like sells it on a lower scale or if he just does commission pieces, but you know, he's like super talented.
Yeah.
And not to mention, ladies, not easy on the eyes there. He has like a little feed because I didn't. He doesn't really have pictures of himself, but he has a whole feed. I guess he's been on like this workout journey. I was like, oh, he's not a bad looking guy either.
Look at you, matchmaker. That's dope.
I'm just saying. Nothing like having your own personal artist.
He's a beast.
Yeah. Like that's accurate as fuck.
I like the details in his
Look
drawing.
at that.
I wonder how long it takes him to do one.
Right.
Hot piece like that. It's crazy.
Look at this. Like you even get the reflection in his glasses.
Wow.
Jim, why can't women be stands?
You know Jim.
He extra.
Yeah, he is. He be trying to start trouble.
Always. Like that's crazy piece right there.
Mm.
Okay, I think we're done now. We get into the nitty gritty. What attracts you to somebody?
The meat and the potatoes.
The meat and the potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
So I asked the question twice on my Instagram. What attracts you to somebody? So we'll talk about some of the answers that I've gotten so far. I'll start with the answers that Danny got.
Oh yeah, I got some interesting
Oh, you
ones.
posted it too? Was I the only
Yes.
one who didn't get the memo? Okay.
Probably.
Heard
I
you.
don't know what to do that.
Even though you were the one who picked the subject. Heard
I mean, I
you.
picked the subject, but we didn't. We usually discuss that we're going to put it in our stories to see what kind of answers we get.
It's called research, my dear. Research.
Yeah, people don't respond to my story posts anyway. They just respond to other people.
Whatever.
This one guy responded to Danny. He said, sometimes it varies with the person, some physical and some mental. How does something mental attract you, though? Is it like after you've already started a conversation? Is it something that you saw them say online? I have questions.
Well, I mean, are we basing attraction off of the initial? Because I mean, obviously, the initial thing, the only thing you can be attracted to someone is initially is off of a look of something that you like, or maybe even a kind gesture they did. I guess that's the only thing that you can see right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But,
That's why I asked the question.
But that's not true because hello, we wouldn't have catfish.
No. I mean, like in person, rather. I guess if you're seeing someone. But I mean, you could be. Well, I mean. So what would make you talk to someone online? Like, are you just going to talk to a random screen name, or do you see a picture of them? Typically, these catfishes start because they see a picture, and they're like, oh, hey, you're cute. And then they start talking, and it kind of becomes how they look.
Well, in most of the catfishing situations, the catfish approaches the person.
I've seen quite a few where the person hit them up, and like it was mostly guys who hit up the girls and didn't expect a response. And then they started talking back and forth. But yes, the catfish usually does hit up the people first.
I feel it's 50-50.
What was that?
I think it's like 50-50. I think sometimes the catfish hits up the person, and then there's some, like the other way too.
I could see that. A lot of people mention personality. But how does a personality attract you if you don't know the person? That's what.
So we just talking mainly about like cyber relationships, like before someone face to face.
In general,
just attraction in general.
Well, are you thinking about attraction based off of like a first meeting? Because attraction can build. Like I can say that you know maybe you've been friends with someone and initially it starts as a friendship and you become attracted to them as you get to know them more.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but that's why I'm asking. Like, there's levels to attraction. So I'm saying, like, does personality get you at first? And if it does, how?
It probably wouldn't. It. Well, I don't know because there have been some people that you can be attracted to who are not necessarily nice looking on the eyes, but there's something else that. What are you laughing for?
You said you're not nice looking on the eyes.
But there's something about them that keeps you, you know, there. Because I mean, beforeward, I have dated some people that just wasn't cute. Like it was a person that I dated for a while. And he wasn't cute. Like when you look at him and you look at me, people was like, "Why you dating him? He's not cute." But he was very, very nice.
Yeah, a lot of people are like.
Huh?
If someone is ride or die, that makes up for like a lot of things too.
Right.
Like, I know some girls that are like ride to die that let's say weren't the most attractive, but like I'd rather someone be ride or die,
right,
and like okay looking than gorgeous and like just whatever, like
like
they're not like there for me,
like a terrible personality.
Yeah, I mean, they can have a good personality, but like, are you ride or die though? Like,
like unless you're a completely shallow person, I think looks only play a factor. Like initially, like because everybody has something. I feel like you know that you kind of look for. Like I like a nice smile and nice eyes. that'll be like that. I'll take that over like somebody like, oh, I want somebody with a fat ass or whatever. So like there's certain things you look for in a person initially that makes you want to talk to them. But I think after you get engaged and you start, talking or whatever, there's other things and then they become more attractive to you. Like you can date someone and you can be like, oh, and then like a month later you'll notice things about them that attract you to them that you didn't see at first.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the opposite, things that
Or
now coming out, you be like, oh wait.
Like, did you always breathe like that?
Another person said a beautiful smile and a drive to match. Danny's best friend said consistency.
Interesting.
Somebody else said cheeks. I'm assuming they mean ass.
Oh, we already know who that came from.
Right. Now, like my thing is when you say what attracts and somebody answers like cheeks or breast or whatever, like, are you like, is that is that what you look for when you want a relationship, or just if you're trying to, have fun, like in your fun
I'm
times?
Assuming that's probably the first thing that catches their eye, and then they figure out all the rest later.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that.
She could have a fat butt, but it could stink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of people that do exactly that.
right.
You need to have that before it even gets like the next level.
Right.
They won't even entertain you if you don't have that.
But it makes me wonder how much will they put up with if you have that, like if someone has a big ass, but they don't want to work and they just want you to pay for everything or whatever. Like, how long will you tolerate that just because their ass is fat?
It depends. But I know people who've like put up with a lot.
Cause you could get a fat butt. You can make those now. I know.
True.
You could buy jeans and it could just be a temporary fat ass. I'm just saying.
Danny said get you a loyal one and then add the ass later.
They sell them at Kmart. You can buy them, wear them for the moment.
Take them off when you're done. Back.
Right.
It's just like a push-up bra.
Yep.
Catfishing.
Yep.
Somebody said maturity level and how they carry themselves.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I definitely can't. I can't date. I definitely can't date like a Tatiana. Like, I tried to date someone who was just loud all the time, and I was just like, bro, like I'm, like, as much as I joke around, I'm super low key. So if we in the streets, you'd be like, oh, bitch, like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah, me neither. I can't do that loud shit.
Nah. Nope.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yo.
And I think people, like if we're talking about you see somebody if you're out somewhere, a lot of people can tell by your posture if you purposely carry yourself a little bit taller. You're not slouching or you're not looking down when you're walking around. I think that attracts people too. Somebody said intelligence. That's a must.
Yeah, you don't want a dummy.
Someone said energy, positive vibes. Good teeth.
Yeah, I think teeth is a big one for a lot of people, even though it also might not be for a lot of people.
Now, because a lot of people get those.
You said good teeth?
Smiles,
yeah. I noticed for women, it's more so a thing. Like, women are less inclined to date a man with bad teeth. But if you have a fat ass and bad teeth, dudes might not care.
If you have a fat ass, you're like good in so many categories. Like, you can get by very far if you look pretty. Not even necessarily a fat ass. Yeah, it's actually wild. It's kind of like OnlyFans. It's like, I talk to a lot of people about it. It's like the first time where like guys are usually, they're paid more in the work field and stuff like that. But for the first time, OnlyFans, you don't need to do anything. As long as like you just put yourself out there, it doesn't even matter what you look like. You can look like anything. That's the first place where I feel like you can just make a bunch of money.
Oh, yep.
And
like, guys, unfortunately, don't have that same luxury.
You don't even have to show your face on OnlyFans.
You don't.
I think for some guys, well, now more so now in the last like 5 years or so, personality goes a long way, because you'll see like the more the chubbier guys are getting more play, but they're usually also funnier. Like, funny gets you a long way. I noticed that if you If you feel like you're not the most attractive, you better learn how to tell some jokes. It will get you in a lot of doors.
I think Rick Ross really put the fat boys on the map.
Okay. Nah, Biggie.
You think?
What?
I feel like when Biggie was out, even though like big dudes still weren't in, they wanted Biggie, but they didn't want any random big dude.
Yeah, right.
You had to be, if you was gonna be big, you was gonna have to be Biggie.
Biggie was just such a smooth dude that like.
Right. Yeah.
But I think
that was just his personality. No matter the body, I think that was just his personality. But like, it's crazy to think like Rick Ross had to do it. Like, what about like Heavy D was out here killing it for the big dudes? He was a dancer, he was light skin.
Right. But I feel like Rick Ross is the one that really put the big boys on the map, because like I have a friend, she's this Spanish girl, gorgeous, beautiful fucking girl from Colombia, and if you ain't some big dude with a pop belly, she ain't talking to you. Like, you gotta have a mini keg in the front. She loves people with a big belly.
That's weird. I mean, that's weird that's a request. Like, if you don't mind it, that's cool. But if that's a request, like, oh, you got abs, you gotta go. like what?
But
what?
She always loves.
We ain't even talk about Santana's teeth, bro. We ain't gonna talk about all those people who go to that doctor that get those veneers. I don't know why none of their teeth fit in their mouth, but they need to figure it out.
Because the cheek lay teeth, I can't do it. It's not natural.
The doctor got one mold. It's called piano keys, and he just slapped them in everybody's mouth.
Right? No, he goes to the doctor.
Somebody cut her mic.
A little box of cheek lace, and he puts it in your mouth, like, and they're all like the same length. I can't. No, not my thing. The last one though that Danny, the last response that Danny got was really good one. It said the kind of parent they are. That will tell you everything about their character.
That will. Right. That will.
How many people are willing like that? So, like, I know, like back in the day, like, you know, when you're younger, you're like, oh, I ain't trying to date nobody with kids. I don't want no drama or whatever. Has that changed? Like, anybody's opinion of that changed as they've grown up? Like, probably in your like early 20s, you're like, I'm not dating nobody with no kids. But maybe 25, 26, 27, you're like, all right, if they got one kid, it's cool.
I could never date somebody with kids ever.
Why?
Like, ever. Like, even like if I'm 35 and single, I couldn't do it.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just
do you
weird.
Want kids, or do you not want kids that aren't yours?
No, I want kids. I have this weird fantasy where, like, maybe it's not a fantasy, but I have this weird thing where, like, I just want to date the person that I have kids with, and that's it. So, like, let's say I have a kid tomorrow. I would never have a kid with another person. And maybe I'm just saying this because I'm 28 and I don't know any better, but
let's say you have a kid and God forbid that relationship doesn't work out. Are you not gonna date again? Like,
no, I'm a date. I just won't have kids.
You won't have any more kids. So you don't want multiple baby mothers.
No, I don't want multiple baby mothers. But it's not even just the most baby mother part. I just want to have kids with one person.
If you come with a little offspring, will you date somebody with their own offspring?
I can't even think that far because I don't want to break up with the person I have kids with. So I don't even want to put myself in that.
So right now, if you met a girl and let's say you guys were talking for 3 months, like you met a girl and she was just beautiful, you guys started talking, maybe she was from out of state, and 3 months after talking to her, you find out she has a kid. That's a no go.
Yeah, no go. One, you lied to me for 3 months by having a kid, which is pretty.
Well, I mean, if you didn't ask her and she didn't disclose, it's not technically lying because I feel like.
I mean, how do you not?
That's so important, though.
That's pretty dramatic. You have to tell somebody.
I mean, but we were talking about that
in that situation, I couldn't date them. Legit, I couldn't date them.
You talk about the timeline. You don't just come out on the first day like, "Hey, nice to meet you." I have these 3. Like,
why not?
I think that's something you need to tell the person now. You need to tell the person that you do have kids, but there's time before you're gonna meet my kid. But I'm gonna let you know that I come as
that's for sure. I don't think anyone should like let the person meet their kid in the first like month.
Right. Yeah. That's fair.
Right.
I just feel like it's hard. Like, how do you interject that? Like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm 20. I go to school and I have a 2-year-old.
Because if I have to,
because you kind of want to make sure that person's okay with that too, though. You don't want to go out with somebody and then be like, oh yeah, I don't want to date nobody with kids.
Yeah, but you don't think like maybe a week of talking, like maybe I just meet you and it's not gonna go anywhere.
No, it doesn't matter though, because your child is a part of you. Your child should be something that comes up naturally in conversation that you're having when you're
Because
because we all have
each
that
other.
phase where you get to know somebody. You're talking about your life. You're letting them know that you
Right.
have X, Y, and Z. Like
You know,
why would you tell somebody that you I don't know have a master's degree and not tell them that you have a child? Is my
right,
question.
right. I mean, I guess I just, like I'm a big fan of, that show Love is Blind, where, it's like taking people, like I feel like a lot of people are in a certain comfort zone. Like I said, I probably wouldn't date anyone with kids, or I didn't really want to. And if I would have stuck with that, then I wouldn't be, with Danny. So sometimes you have to get outside of your comfort zone, or you meet someone and get to know them before certain things are disclosed. And I'm not saying you shouldn't hide it or lie about it. Like if you ask me on the first date, hey, do you have a kid? And, obviously you shouldn't lie about it. But maybe you fill someone out like for like I'm saying like a week max. Like fill them
Yeah.
out before you just be like, hey, by the way, I have a kid, because maybe this person could have been the love of your life, and you felt like in your mind you didn't want to date someone with a kid, and so you pass on it right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, I think I'm putting them all the cards on the table. You need to know this is a part of me.
Yeah.
That's a lie. You did
I'm
not
that
tell
type of
me.
person too.
You did not tell me you was crazy.
I ain't crazy. You crazy.
Lies.
I'm gonna move on from that one. I ain't gonna even respond to that.
Hella no
Okay.
fearless.
Here are some of the responses that I got. Somebody said personality and how they carry themselves if they're focused and understand my humor.
I agree.
I think understanding people's humor is huge because if not, then your communication is going to be all off. Like if you don't know that I'm joking and you
Right.
take it serious, it's like, well, that's just my sense of humor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I think that's something you're gonna learn over time, because you're not gonna get someone's humor straight off the bat.
Right. Especially
Yeah.
sarcastic people. I'm super sarcastic, so it's tough.
So that'll definitely take some time.
Somebody said if they make me laugh.
There's a joke that people say that if she laughs at my jokes, she moans to my strokes. I don't know if you guys have heard that joke.
I have heard that.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard that. That needs to be a shirt.
Yeah.
That does need to be a shirt, but that makes sense though, because a lot of women look for guys who are funny, because some guys are just corny, not funny. They're corny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put that out there.
It's
So you better make sure you're funny, not corny.
You're being laughed at, not laughed at.
Being laughed with, not at.
Yeah, that part.
Someone else said their kick game got to be on point. Not necessarily for me in my
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know how I feel about that now. Like, I mean, obviously I'm out of the dating pool, but I don't know. Like, if would you date someone that showed up in like Jumpman 23s? Like,
I don't think that that's important, because he could be that he or she could be like somebody that.
Like, I mean, they have to wear Jumpman 23s. They just can't wear like. What if they just wearing like regular like GRs that are just whatever?
But
just
what if there's somebody who's not into kicks and they just?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
right. So
I think I would prefer someone like my mom. She's not a sneakerhead, but she wears only like Nike, like Air Max type, so like 90s or whatever. So I can deal with that. I can't deal with someone wearing like the bullshit Jordans. I can deal with you wearing like Huaraches and Air Max or whatever.
I mean, I can deal with it, but I definitely would I would bring it up for sure. Like
so you gonna wear those out? Like
yeah, like these are trash.
I mean,
like,
if you first meet
really
them
do
and that's
something
all
about
they
it. Let's
know,
go half on some shoes or something, because this is not okay.
This is not it.
That's all they know. That's up to you to groom them to be more, more hip to what's going on. They don't have to have all the latest and greatest, but at least the basics to get them by. But I don't think that should be a deal breaker, because that's something that you can learn or groom them into.
Yeah, for sure.
What if there's somebody who's used to working on like Wall Street or the New York Stock Exchange, and all they know 5, 6, 7 days a week is suit and tie and hard bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Their sneakers are going to be the last thing that's the most important to them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but I feel like if somebody who like is a suit and tie person, probably could throw like my mom wore shoes all the time to work, but she still would have like Air Max. They like something comfortable. Like even if it's like the like the 270s or whatever, like they're usually into like some kind of basic Nikes.
But
Those are cool.
how we know a Jumpman 23 ain't comfortable to them?
Man, look, you better find another comfortable shoe.
We got Jordans that ain't comfortable to us, so why?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a pair of like old Asics that are super comfortable.
Yeah, see, Asics are fine. I can rock with Asics or Saucony's.
I like the trash Asics though, not like the cool ones.
Yeah,
Like the
You
running
can't-
one.
you can't show it with like a Jordan hybrid. Like, nah,
Yeah,
it's just not gonna work.
like a Jumpman like 38.
Or what's BX's favorite?
Uh,
The 30 something,
Is it 35?
35, I think so.
I don't know, whatever.
something.
I don't even know what those look like.
Anybody I've ever dated though, I met. Well, my first relationship, we both worked at Vans, so shoes were involved, but not like Jordans or anything. And then when I started working at Champs, I met people through shoes, and then it's just like, so shoes have always been involved in my relationships in one way or another. But it wasn't something that I was looking for. Like, I think people who are married and both of you have a kick addiction, maybe we're gonna be fighting over who gets one of the releases if bills gotta be paid.
Now I
Like,
gotta
hold on,
make
you
enough.
guys went last time. It's my turn.
It's either both or none.
That's not true.
Well, isn't it?
Don't have a fight now.
It's not about it. I mean, in our case, if I don't have the money to get the shoes, I just don't have them. I'm not gonna be like, you can't get it either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There be some instances.
But it wouldn't be because it's like, oh, you got to pay a bill, so you can't get them. It's just more so, hey, you know what you got to do, or what you do and don't have.
Yeah, that has to be something that's communicated, I think. But
Get out.
another response I got was natural beauty.
So
That's
are they
pretty
paying
important.
for no makeup or?
I'm assuming so, or well, I guess I have to assume because I don't know the person that said that. So
I don't have a problem with girls who wear makeup, but I'm also impatient, so I prefer like I lucked out because Danny's not super big on makeup, so it's not sitting here like my ex before her. It's like 2 hours. I don't have 2 hours. Like I'm impatient. I don't have 2 hours to wait.
I mean, I can dig the natural beauty response because I mean there be some broads out here that be Decepticons. Straight up sorcery and witchcraft. Like when the rag come out at night and they wash that face off, you be like, oh.
Yeah,
whole nother face
I'm okay with both, but natural beauty is definitely like a big pro.
Right, because you don't want to wake up to her in the morning and you jump like, what the hell is that? No, you don't do that. Wait a minute. I ain't go to bed with that. Why am I waking up with that? I
you got her face all over your pillow.
Like, man, I done messed around and got these silk pillowcases for you, and you done messed up my good sheets.
I think there's a huge difference though between like somebody like myself who wears makeup just because it's fun to me,
Right.
or to enhance things like my eyebrows. Like I just pull them in. It's nothing major. It doesn't.
Yeah, eyebrows don't count.
It doesn't make me look like a different person. Like I'm still
right. You still look like hella. Like you look like a whole other person.
Yeah, if your face is a different color than your neck, baby.
Somebody said personality, teeth, and fingernails.
Oh, listen, honey.
Don't get her started. Why did you do it?
When you got them nasty, either black fingernails where it look like you've been doing oil changes your whole life.
Mine are kind of dirty right now, but I was working on a car.
That I can dig, but you're gonna go wash them later. But if your nails permanently look
your nails aren't bad for a guy's hand though, because usually guys be
no, my nails aren't bad, but like you can see they're kind of dirty though.
Yeah, but your cuticles are also nicely kept.
I have cuticle oil right next to me somewhere.
but you just came from working on a car. But I've seen men whose fingers look like they've been permanently working on cars every day of their life. every day of the week. Like you
And
ain't
they have the
never,
nerve to touch on you.
you ain't never washed them things ever. I have a problem with that. And the ones that bite their nails all the way down to the nail bed, don't
Yeah, I
you
don't know
ever,
people that like bite their nails. It's
you
annoying.
ever in your life touch me, I will go to jail. Don't ever.
The disrespect.
Never ever.
My
Like, when
old
you,
boss at my other job, he used to bite his fingernails, and when I would walk past his desk, I would smack his hand out of his mouth because he was
Jim,
always
that's a
biting his
racist comment. Just because she was Latin.
he said just joking.
They try to be funny.
That was racist, Jim.
Salinas.
But so Nick, it doesn't matter if she has nice hands or like keeps a manicure or anything to you.
Like color or like
In
nice
general, just nice
Just
hands.
grew nails.
The person who left the comment was a male, so I'm asking for the male.
I mean, I don't think I've really encountered a lot of girls with ugly like nails. Like they don't necessarily need to have a color. I would rather them have no color or color though. Like we're not gonna have the chipping though. Like that's ugly.
Right.
Like when the color chipping, yeah, we can't do that. But we could. Doesn't need to be done like every couple of weeks. It's definitely a pro, but it isn't a con if you don't have like, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah, like it's not.
So do long acrylic fingernails.
Long acrylic nails kind of are annoying, but like I just like what? How long? We're talking about like
Cardi B long?
Yeah, that's too long.
Yeah,
Nah,
she be
I
OD
wouldn't.
with it.
Yeah, that's too long. But like regular acrylic nails cool.
Danny, how long have you ever had yours? I've had long ones, but not Cardi B long.
Sometimes long ones are cool too, though, but it depends.
Yeah,
but never Cardi size though. Like that's
I've never had them Cardi B's long, but I've had them probably like here.
That's pretty long.
That's because they grew there. Like I don't go and put my nails on that long. My nails start off short, and I just don't cut them, and then grow
crazy fast though.
And then usually when they get to that length, I'll end up cutting them because they start getting stuck in my keyboard. So because they're mine and they grow out that long, my fingers naturally adapt to doing things with them. It's not like they were this short, and then I went and came home like this.
Bro.
So
them issues had to get trimmed. That'd be annoying. All you hear is like, bro, if you don't go get your nails cut.
Especially on the phone.
The tap.
That's way more annoying than a keyboard.
Like I hear every word you're typing. No.
But yeah, I don't usually. The Cardi B is OD. She can't possibly be able to do anything herself with her nail, and then she gets the pointy stiletto nails. So those are sharp. You poking holes in pantyhose, poking holes in tights, anything.
This is the number one question I get, even when my nails aren't that long. And it's like, bruh, we wipe our asses just like you do. Why is it that our fingernail needs to go up our ass? It doesn't. Like, we wipe the way you guys wipe.
I'm trying to envision it, though. They don't get it, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a claw type situation.
It's not.
So just wrap tissue around the fingernail.
Your fingernail is not going up in your butthole. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not scratching. Like, we're fine. Trust us. The last one that I got that was a different answer. Somebody said perfect toes.
Perfect toes?
Perfect toes.
Keep the feet away from me.
I know a couple people that really love feet. A couple guys.
She could be a whole girl.
I do too.
I know a guy who wouldn't even date a girl if she doesn't have nice feet.
So she could be a whole animal as long as her toes is cute. You good with it?
Animal.
Me, I don't care about. I mean, like I don't care about feet. To me, it's like so pointless. Like I don't even like. I wouldn't say keep them away from me, but they're like I don't even focus on them.
No, keep them away. Keep them away.
Yeah, like to me, they're just like what? Like they're nothing.
Word don't even do baby feet.
Now, if you're over 2 and you put your feet on me, you might get punched. That's just.
Nah, baby feet are cute.
Yeah, under 2 and under. That's it.
2 and under. Word
Keep
ain't
them
doing
socks
no
on.
more.
Keep them socks.
Jeezy said his girlfriend is enjoying this conversation. Good.
Keep it coming.
What?
No, there's no residue, and it's called washing your hands. You wash your hands after you use the bathroom, don't you?
I
Villager.
was like saying, do you sniff your hands after you scratch your balls? Like, what's going on?
They probably do. They do the sneak one, like
Like Danny's coworker.
Bro, I did catch my coworker sniffing his fingers after he scratched his butt crack, and I caught him. I had to be the one to see him. It's always me that sees him, and I'm like, bro, I saw you. Go wash your hands. You nasty. Right now.
disgusting.
Cause you about to touch all up and through here with your doodle fingers.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the different types of attraction. So the first one that's on our list is sexual attraction, a desire for contact involving genital sexual acts with a specific person. So, I'm not sure sexual attraction is one that I think about well, of course I think about it when I think about attraction, but it's not the top of my list. Because I feel like,
but these types of relationships do exist.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, probably like, I mean, I think there's been people that you've been sexually attracted to or sexually compatible with, but nothing else works. Like, you know, that, like, I think that's where, you know, fuck buddy came from to an extent. It's like, I don't really want to date you. We don't click. We don't like the same type of movies, but the sexual chemistry is good. Or just someone you see that's really attractive, like probably, you know, more so like superstars and stuff like that. You'd be like, oh, that's a sexy man, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's more like lust, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's lust, but it's some kind of sexual. I mean, it's lust until you're able to have that physical contact with them in the way.
And then it becomes sexual.
Yeah. But what is one thing that would sexually attract you to somebody? Would it be the same thing that attracted you to them in the first place? Say their personality?
I feel like if it's mostly, you can go.
I don't feel like personality. Like, you can have a bad personality and still be sexually attracted to someone. Like for me, I'm big on kissing and lips, so it would be like the lips. Like if your lips is crusty and chapped, it is a whole like boner killer. So to say, like put some goddamn chapstick on, please.
Words that say popcorn. If your lips bleed.
It's a no. And then, like I said, eyes are a big thing too.
Black Smoke said sexual attraction just happens. You can't control it.
Yeah. It's basically like just like a feeling, like you see somebody and you can't help the thoughts you have.
Yeah, I'm definitely like sexually attracted to a lot of people that are super annoying. So it has nothing to do with personality.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a matter of just looks like 99% of it.
Right. You be super mad you're attracted to them. Like, God.
Yeah.
Like, you annoying as hell,
but I feel like if they're annoying, they get more annoying after you have sex.
I mean, people that I've never been with, though. I mean, like, I just find them sexually attractive.
Right.
Nah,
but like, the personalities and someone I would never date, but I still think they're attractive.
Now, there's definitely been people that I've had sex with that I don't want to have a conversation with. But,
damn.
I mean, I don't care to continue a conversation, but they're just because it's that like I've had people where it's just like they say something that's like, yeah, you just fucked up the whole mood. Time to go. Like it's all messed up.
Mr. J.
See, it seems like we attract the same people in our chats because this is something that Danny would say.
Yo,
the next one on our list is sensual attraction, a desire for physical contact, as in hugs, kisses, with a specific person.
So it doesn't necessarily. When I was looking at that, I was like, I guess it means it doesn't necessarily I guess that's why sexual attraction involves genital attraction. So with this, you might just want to kiss someone. I mean, I'm trying to
really like that person.
Like that's a big conversation we always have about kissing. Like how some people say, I might not kiss them, but I could fuck them. And I'm just like, well, how could you have sex with someone you can't kiss? Because for me, sex is a big part of like getting to that next level. So like if I can't kiss you,
not always.
Not always, but if I don't want to kiss you and get excited by that, how do I want to go further? Like
when you say not always, do you mean we're talking about someone you're doing it for like the first time, right? Because if someone that you're having sex with a lot and you don't kiss them that one time, it doesn't really count. I feel like.
Right. If you just
I mean,
never
I
want to
was-
kiss them.
I
Yeah.
was dating somebody, we had like a sexual relationship, but I never kissed him because I didn't think his mouth was cute. I don't like your mouth. I'm not gonna kiss it.
Yeah.
But if you don't like their mouth and you don't want to kiss it, do you want them putting their mouth on you?
Nah, don't do
So
it.
then what are you doing is sticking.
Bow, here. We here.
I mean, if you're fine with just sticking, like to each their own. I feel like though go ahead. Danny, were you saying something?
No, I just was like, nah, I wasn't attracted to his mouth, so don't kiss me. Don't do it. You're gonna get your feelings hurt.
I feel like if I can't kiss you, I can't even get that much excited enough to go forward with anything else.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Like we're
I
supposed
was
to just
just stay with my friends.
like
off
look
topic.
away during the sex. Like I'm just not gonna look at your face because I don't want to kiss you. But what if the person's trying to kiss you? How do you even do like? What if they're constantly trying to kiss you and you're just like, like that's not awkward?
We're here.
Dillinger says he's not a kisser at all.
Oh man, that's a whole no.
What does that even
That's a whole
mean?
nub.
Right.
Is that all like?
Dillinger, explain
Right.
yourself.
So what
Right.
you do throughout middle school and high school, the beginning, I guess.
He just dived right into whatever
Right.
he was
Let me
doing.
just touch on your titties. I ain't trying to kiss you.
But I was gonna say sensual attraction to me sounds more like intimacy. Like that's
Yeah.
way more
Yeah.
intimate than a lot of people are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because you could definitely have sex with somebody and not be intimate with them.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
true.
I feel like that happens more times than not.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Romantic attraction, a desire to have what is considered a romantic relationship with a specific person.
I think that's a pretty tough one because you don't always come
I don't
across
get it.
people like basically someone you want, like someone maybe I would say you respect enough to be like, yo, I should take you out on a proper date. Like, there's some people you just like you can take
Yeah.
out late at night. Like, there's not that many people you want to like bring to Thanksgiving dinner or take to the movies and then and dinner and a movie because they might fall asleep in the movie.
So Dillinger, you're not a kisser because you think that you're gonna get some type of
Herpes.
something on your lips.
Damn.
Like,
They went straight for the jugular.
I mean, like, what other kissing like STD is there?
Like herpes mono, I guess.
Yeah, like.
She said, F you and your COVID-19, stay back.
Jeezy said you could tell who dates strippers.
but okay, so what is it that would attract you to somebody romantically? Is it something that has to be like a full package to make you be like, okay, well, I would definitely date this person?
I feel like in some situations, like if you really like the person, you want to go on those dates. Like you don't even want to like invite her to those type of like movie dates or like come to the crib and stuff like that. Like you want to like get to know the person because you want to take this serious. So you're not even trying to do like the thotty stuff.
Right. You're not trying to Netflix and chill. You're like, hey,
Yeah, you're trying to do that like a month or two later. And then some people you meet and you're trying to go Netflix until like the second date.
right.
Hmm.
Like, or you want to do something you've never done. Like, hey, let's go like for a horseback ride or a picnic.
Yeah.
Or something. Like you do random stuff.
Dillinger, you know you're my guy, but if you're married, why aren't you kissing her?
Wait, do you not? Yeah, Dillinger, do you not kiss your wife? Like, I get you're a germaphobe, but I'm sorry. Like, so you just walk around with a condom on 24/7?
I am married, but people.
I know a guy
people
who
are
doesn't share marinara sauce with his girlfriend. One of my best friends, actually. Like he won't like
Only
like,
marinara?
Yeah, like
He
if
what?
they order if they order mozzarella sticks, like they need two different sauces because like
She double dips.
yeah, and he won't do it. Like it's that serious. Like he wouldn't even share a straw with her.
I mean, do they kiss?
Yeah, of course.
Then what? I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I feel the same way about it. It gets me so mad. Like it makes no sense.
I mean, I can understand, like, some people say, oh, the toothbrush. Like, I'm definitely not sharing the toothbrush. But
Yeah, that's way different. But like
put a straw.
like straws and like dipping sauces, like you can't do it. Like it's not acceptable. With
So,
his
like,
girl,
she takes a sip of his soda. He's like, that's yours now.
yeah,
Yeah,
done.
right.
That's done. Legit, it's done.
I try to keep in mind not to double dip because I'm definitely a double dipper.
Man, I'm
Yeah, but
double
with your
I'm
significant other
dating.
though, I don't like to double dip with like friends. I mean, I'll do
Right.
it, but like, you know what I mean. But this is your significant other that you're doing more than just kissing with. Who cares if
Right.
you're
Right.
sharing areolas together? But to him, it's a
Right.
huge deal. It's like a huge deal.
That's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah.
Definitely
weird.
different.
Right.
Shout
I think,
out.
like Danny said, that's also a thing when you become a parent. I think you lose because like parents don't ever get to have their food to themselves. Because I mean, there's some stuff you see some parents do, and it's just like, no, like your kid takes some of your juice and put their saliva all over it, and you still drink it. Like that's some parent shit. Like I'm not doing that either. Like nope.
Yeah.
I'll share a straw with my significant other until I see that they're backwashing into my drink, then it's a no-no. But I mean, if you're just drinking out of the straw, I'd be all right.
I feel like if you can't, then maybe he's in the back of his mind. Like, has he been cheated on or something? So that's the only thing you can think of. Somebody's out here doing you dirty and possibly bringing you back something you don't want. You know, like I don't know where your mouth been. Like that would be the only thought.
I mean, but he's sleeping. He's most likely sleeping in the same bed, which you transfer more germs sleeping in a bed with somebody than you would sharing sauce.
Legit. True story.
Dillinger said, "Of course I will kiss my wife, but dating, no. We will have a quick kiss on the lips, but tongue kissing, no."
So did you just not tongue kiss throughout like your whole like dating life?
So many questions,
Right.
Dillinger.
Right.
So many questions. We have to do a whole episode with Dillinger. Like,
Facts.
We're gonna have
I
to
got
do a whole
questions.
kissing episode now.
right, for sure.
Okay, we're getting distracted. Let me see what else we have on here. I think the next one was Platonic Attraction. A desire to have a platonic relationship with a specific person.
I mean, I think everybody obviously experiences that. And then there's
Yeah,
some
but
forced
what is it that attracts you to that person that says, "Hey, I want that person in my life as a friend"?
like interests, like-minded thoughts.
Yeah, true. And then like goal orientation.
Right. But it's
So
weird.
is this somebody you seek out to have this type of
Yeah,
relationship
right.
with, or
I
is
think
it?
I don't think
it
you
just
seek it out,
happens?
but it's just you have a platonic attraction. Like there's some people you might talk with, like say for instance at a sneaker show, maybe you meet someone for the first time and you have a conversation with them, but you don't care to exchange numbers or you just had a good conversation and you appreciated that. And then there's people like, oh, I like their chill or we had dinner, like I want to kick it with them some more. I guess that would probably be like with Hella. Like we talked to her, we chit chatted, we became closer, and we're like, oh, this is a person you want to call a friend. Like, 'cause you don't just give everybody your number on Instagram.
That's true.
I'm trying to understand. I feel like there's so much to unpack here. With
Well,
this.
because
I'm
usually
trying to
with
understand it.
friendship, it'll happen naturally.
Right.
It's not something we physically think about. Like, oh, I'm platonically attracted to that person.
It's just
But I-
natural.
yeah.
But at the same time, what because it seems like almost with platonic, it's almost the same things you look for in someone you want to date. So what is the deciding factor that keeps them at the platonic level and not further into, hey, I would date them or I want to date them?
Maybe personality.
Attachment.
I would say personality for me.
I'm still trying to.
Because it makes you wonder, like, do you like it would make you think that you wouldn't befriend anyone that you might not be willing to date. Because, in your friends, there's probably something in there that you do find like attractive about your friends because they are your friends, like not like physically attractive, but just something that draws you to them. Like, hey, like I like hanging out
Well, with us, it's all sneakers.
So I have a homeboy. His name is Chris. He lives in the Philippines. You know him, Verb. He's like my best friend. And we went to college together, and we would study together. We went everywhere together, went to lunch together. We made all our classes around each other together. He would sleep in my room in the bed next to me. I would sleep in his room in the bed next to him. He would sleep in his boxers, and that's it. And I would sleep in my whatever, and that's it. And people swore that there was something going on, and it never was. Ever. But we were inseparable. So would that fall under this category?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say
I
so.
don't think so.
Because we would never date each other, but we would never lose contact with each other.
But does it ever make you wonder why, like, for all of that you're doing, like, someone you feel comfortable enough to sleep in your bed next to you, like, what makes the switch cut off as far as dating goes?
I don't know. It just.
Maybe she just wasn't physically attracted to him.
I mean, he's an attractive man. Like, he was a basketball player, so he had a nice physique. He very sarcastic. We liked the same type of thing. We were from the same hood. We were both from Jersey City. He went to St. Mary's and I went to another school. We were almost like the same person. He was just in a male body and me.
Oh no, another Danny.
Right.
So maybe that's it. So, but it just makes me wonder when you're like that close with someone and like everything is like perfect about this person, because it's like, you know, you see it in movies, people end up figuring out they're in love with their best friend. So like, what is it that cuts it off and what is it that switches it on?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Dylan, they're super friend zone.
It just never.
Did you ever ask him if there was any attraction on his part, or did you guys just never discuss it?
We just never discussed that. We just existed together.
Yeah. It makes you wonder. I always feel like in those type of situations, I think one party, like, I mean, it might not be true, but I feel like one party does like the other. Maybe they just don't want to say it or don't want to ruin it. Possibly.
I don't know.
Because I mean, how many cases do you really know of like guy and girl best friends where one person doesn't, you know, have some kind of attraction to the other?
I don't have any female best friends.
Probably few.
Is that by choice or it's just not? It just hasn't happened.
Definitely not by choice. I mean, I wouldn't like. I have like you know, like, not, I wouldn't call them my friend, but like, you know,
Right.
people that are girls that are like cool 100%. But like, I don't know any girl that like I would tell to sleep over my house. Yeah, like, not that I know.
He said, "You sleep over. You know what time it is."
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to sleep over though. It's like we're not even that cool, or we are that cool. It's like there's no in between in my eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we either be that cool or we not that cool.
Yeah, I had a best friend who was a guy, and we hung out all the time. At least on my part, there was no attraction, but like he knew my mom and my dad, and like, you know, if he ever needed anything, my family would do whatever it was that he needed. But we stopped being friends because his girlfriend / baby mama just thought that something was going on, and I think that had more to do with him than it did me. But you know, we're no longer friends, so.
I feel like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like in every guy-girl friendship situation, there's potential for something to ignite it to turn into more. It's just maybe not always put in that situation. Because I mean, like I had a friend that we were good friends, like we would kick it with, and then one random day where everybody wasn't at school, you know, something ended up happening. Like I don't even know what triggered. Neither one of us know what triggered it, but it's just like. I feel like there's something, like sometimes we avoid it, but there's like something that can always spark something between two opposite sex or even possibly same sex or whatever that can spark something to make something happen if you're that close as friends.
Maybe.
I seen something somewhere where like it was, I don't know if it was like a video or meme or something where it was like something about like if you're basically, let's say a girl has like 5 male best friends, like it was about her texting all of them like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Like, let's hook up, and like to see what their responses were to see if they're actually your best friend.
So are they considered not your best friend if they respond back something sexual to you?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like we're more than like, is that what it was? Like, I feel like if we're friends, you don't look at them like that.
I think you don't look at them like that only, but you probably think about it. Like you've thought about it. Like, could I see myself with them? Maybe. Because isn't everybody say, oh, I want to marry my best friend or my husband or my wife is my best friend?
I was just going to say that.
But aren't you dating already? Like,
I mean, some people do actually grow up to like marry or date their best friends or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, I think over time, like, yeah, I feel like Danny's become like one of my best friends only because we've been together 8 years and we have similar like interests and likes, and we're like we're together so much that we know everything about each other.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think for me, I'm just careful not to cross that line because I don't want to lead anyone on. If we're friends, we're friends. I don't want to have to friend zone you. I don't want to have to ignore you. I don't want to have to like feel like I need to walk on eggshells around you.
I just think it's not something intentional. It's just when you have that connection with someone, and even if you guys are like best friends and you like just loving to be around somebody, like why wouldn't you want that always? And what would be the harm in taking it to the next level? Like, so in the back of your mind is probably, if you have a friend that's that close, you probably have like that thought. Maybe in the back of your mind, you might just shelf it. And then, because typically, I mean, I guess if you're best friends, you're watching them go through, like you're watching each other date other people. So you never have the opportunity. But if you're best friends for a year and neither one of you are dating anyone, then what? Because typically it's probably.
I mean, if you're not dating
anyone.
Right. If you're not dating anyone, there'd probably be a reason behind that. But like with me and Chris, like he was dating, I was dating. He would bring his girlfriends or whatever around and introduce them to me and would ask my opinion on them, what they thought, and I would do the same thing. But we never ever went there, and we were together for 5 years of college.
So were you guys ever single at the same time for an extended period of time?
We didn't always date we didn't consistently date the same people. So if he was with somebody, however long it lasted, and then he might have moved on to the next person and me the same thing, vice versa, or whatever. But it just never, we never brought it up. We never said anything about it. Like, and I never thought any of it. I didn't look at him like he was my best friend. I didn't look at him in that way. So when he would just come over, like he had a key to my room, I had a key to his room. Because my dorm room was on the top end of campus and his was at the bottom. If I was coming from somewhere late and I didn't feel like walking all the way up to the other end of the campus, I would just go to his room, crawl into bed and crash, and just get up in the morning and go to my room.
No,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Violations. Come crash in my room at 2 a.m.
The last one we have on our list is aesthetic attraction, getting pleasure from the appearance of a specific person, like getting pleasure from watching beautiful scenery.
I think when I read that one, I thought more so about like my nana. She used to always say like because she was happily married to my grandpa, and she would just always say Aaron Neville. He was a musician. She's like, oh, that's one hunk of a man, but she didn't want to like date him or anything. She just thought he was a beautiful man. Like, so I think that's what I think about when you just see somebody and they're just like, oh man, they're gorgeous, but. Or it might be even the same thing as a guy saying, hey, well, guys will do it less, but like for a woman who doesn't like women to say, oh, she's beautiful or whatever.
I can dig it.
But I feel like well, maybe not, but I mean, if you feel like somebody is physically attractive, wouldn't that be the same thing? Like aesthetic and physical attraction? Don't you think that'd be the same thing?
Well, it seemed like where they were coming from was more of an art type thing, like in
not there was
Titanic, how he wanted to draw Rose, even though I mean they're obviously there, but wanting to draw somebody or just thinking that they're beautiful features or whatever.
Right. He was low key trying to smash though.
What'd you say?
I said he was low key trying to smash.
Oh
them.
yeah.
He was high key trying to.
Yeah, but he was trying to keep it low key though.
Yeah,
I think Rose was low key trying to smash. He was just minding his business, thinking he didn't have a chance.
True.
He was sleeping with a peasant boy. Peasant boy.
But it was probably more attractive because it was taboo. It was something that probably shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another form of attraction.
Is that attraction? Like, does it attract you to something you're not supposed to be doing?
Yeah. People like stuff like that.
Yep.
So is that why like girls date the bad boys? Like, oh, my daddy doesn't like them, so I'm gonna keep dating them.
Yep.
That's why the church girls is always the biggest thoughts.
Yep.
And the girls that like their moms have them on lockdown. Once they go away, it's just like.
Yep.
They loose goose at college.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, yeah, because they were forbidden to do stuff that their friends were probably doing. So then,
Because I know my friend was wild because she had two parents that was from down south, and they had her at like a really late in life. So they were really old fashioned. So a lot of things that we were able to do, she wasn't. Like they kept her locked down so that when she got loose, she got loose. And yeah.
So is that to say then you shouldn't keep your kids on like a super lockdown when they're younger?
You gotta let them experience life, but don't just,
Just hope for the best.
don't just let them go bug wild.
Yeah.
Because then she was sneaking behind their backs and doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Right.
But that probably had some type of thrill or adrenaline rush for her too.
Yeah.
It was, and then it became like a drug. I have a question though. So we don't have anybody who's married on the panel right now.
No.
But what was it that attracted you to your wife that made you say, "Hey, I'm gonna propose to her, or I want to make her my wife"? Like, what was the one thing that popped up in your head and was like, "Yep, we're gonna get married"?
I don't know. Ask
Is
word.
there
I
one
ain't
thing?
married.
Well, no, I'm asking the chat, Danny.
Burn.
I mean, if I had to pick something, I feel like it can't be one thing though. It can't be one.
Well, and then what is it that you think would
Well, definitely that, like, having that best friend as a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to go through some shit. Like,
Yeah, that too.
like even a breakup and to get back together, you gotta go through something to know. Yeah, because I feel like until you kind of split with somebody or have a big fight where you think it's over, you can't really know if you want to really be with them. Like if you're just always with them and everything's always good, it's like,
yeah, you gotta weather the storm.
Yeah.
Oh, so I gotta break up with you to get a ring. Heard you.
Hella, thank you for this question.
Oh, you're welcome. It wasn't even to Danny. It was to the chat, to people who are married. Danny had to put her 2 cents in.
Dillinger needs to tell us what's up.
Danny wasn't so bougie about rings. Maybe.
Yeah, where's Dillinger at now? He want to be all quiet.
Yeah, right. He's a married one.
Right, he went all silent.
Is Dillinger the only one in our chat that's married?
Really?
I'm just asking. Wait, no, Skip. Where are you? We're asking questions.
And is BX in here? He would be a married one.
I haven't seen BX in a couple of weeks. We're gonna have to talk to him about that. He might be licking his wounds from that Giants. Oh, wait, no, the Giants won. Sorry.
Oh, they won today?
First
Yeah,
W.
they won. They won because the Redskins went for 2 to win the game instead of tying it with a extra point.
Oh, so the Redskins playing for that draft pick then?
Yeah, basically.
Or even 313. She was married.
Maybe she can give us some insight since Dillinger skipped out. I don't see him in the chat.
I feel like for me, it would be the connection, 100%. That would be the first thing that.
Well, like what type of connection?
Just the connection that you share with that person.
To make you want to propose?
No. Well, to make me feel like I could marry that person or have a extended future with that person.
Just connection? I feel like.
Right, it got to be more than that. I think for me, it's the support.
Yeah.
Well, because I've only ever dated long term. I've never casually dated. That's not something that I personally want. So when I meet somebody and I'm talking to them, that the connection to me is everything.
Right. Yeah, I think for me it's support. Like one thing I will say, like Danny always like supports me and pushes me, and like it's just like, yo, you could do this. Like why are you bothering with that? You could do that yourself. Like she's like my biggest cheerleader. So I think that's a big thing because I've had friends that don't even do that. So that's a like support or belief in someone.
That's for sure.
And definitely don't want someone who puts you down.
Oh, that's right.
Or like a Ghost Natasha situation. Like chill. Like you don't be as a drug dealer.
Yeah, I just look for like a ride or die person. I feel like I say that too much, but
I mean, but it's
ultimately that's what it is. Somebody who's gonna be there through the good, the bad, and the indifferent.
Like if you lose all your money, you want somebody who's gonna help you build it back up. Not by somebody gonna be like, "Oh, you're broke ass, I'm out."
Right.
I'm looking for someone that's gonna help me rob the bank together.
Right.
That's what I'm looking
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, that's what I want. That Queen and Slim.
Yes, I was just about to say that. You took it out of my mouth.
Well, we gonna kill that guy who drives us to the plane.
That guy. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
Worst ending ever. It's always your own people.
You'd always be your own people.
So wait, that guy. Side note. So that guy he wasn't the one that the initial guy sent him, right? He was just a random guy. Because remember that white couple sent him, "Hey, go over here."
Mm-hmm.
And then the car died, and then that guy popped up. So he wasn't the one. That wasn't the person they were going to meet, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. I always was curious about that because, like, did the white couple technically set them up, or
Right.
Nah, I don't think so.
he was just a random guy?
Yep.
Crazy.
No responses. None of the married people want to chime in on this.
Right. They're
Right,
like,
everybody went quiet.
They done ran away.
I heard you. They got scared.
They knew we was
out
coming
of the 11 people, we don't got nobody that's married.
I have a question. I was talking about this today with my friends today. So we're talking about body count, and I was trying to explain to them that my count is very low, but it's because for me to want to have intercourse with you, I have to actually like you as like I want to be around you. You know what I mean?
Oh, he was so proper intercourse.
Yeah, I didn't want to say sex. But yeah, I was talking about that, and I just felt like for me to actually want to like do that, I can't. Like, first of all, if I'm single and I'm hanging out with you, I have to like, I'm not just hanging out with anybody. Like,
Right.
I want to like, I have to like something about you.
Right.
So there's that. Hold on. Someone's in my room. That's good.
That's good.
You finished?
I need to go to AutoZone
Oh, that ass.
for like a breakthrough with content.
He is so New York, dead ass.
Dead ass.
So New York.
I'm trying to get Skip to answer our question.
Oh, he's in there, and he just
I
being
know he's
silent.
in there. But then, so if you're thinking about your body count, wouldn't you, especially if your body count is low, wouldn't you say that you're relying on, I would assume, a connection again?
Mm-hmm.
You're relying on that connection with that person in order for you to feel comfortable to do that.
Coffee with the fall out here. Howard.
But that's the thing. If your body count is high, that doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't mean. I mean, right. Everybody has desires. I feel like there's, there are some people that you have sex with based off of a relationship and a long-term deal, and then there's some people who might just be one-night situations. We're all animals.
Danny, get out of the chat.
What happened?
You know what happened. He said he's slanging it.
Slanging and banging. Hey, look, I feel like that's what your 20s are made for.
Also, but do you feel like if you're dating someone, do you feel like their body count matters to you?
I don't want someone who's just out here because I always say when they say if a woman sleeps with a lot of people, she's a hoe, but it doesn't apply for a guy or whatever. I always feel like the person who's doing the summonsing or requesting, like if a girl hits you up and be like, yo, come over, I'm trying to get it in, then you're the one that comes running. So as long as you're not the one that's always being called in the middle of the night to come running, then you're doing it by choice. And not to say that you don't have a choice when you're summoned, but some people do it because they have low self-esteem. They're like, oh, if I don't go have sex with this person, they might not like me. So I don't want someone who's like that, who's having sex because they have low self-esteem and want to be liked. Now, if it's just you have a high sex drive, then so be it. I mean, I don't need to know about your body count, but you just definitely don't want somebody who has a reputation.
Well, body count doesn't have to do. I'm back, by the way. Body count doesn't have to do with a high sex drive, though. You got sex with one person a lot of times.
I mean, you could, but maybe you just decide to have sex with everyone you feel sexually attracted to. Like some people don't like to have sex with the same person over and over. I mean, sometimes that's the reason why some people don't want to get married. Their fear of just having sex with one person for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
E1, are you married? If you are married, we have questions that other people in the chat just decided to ignore all of a sudden.
Because I'm a firm believer in the whole like we're animals and we're not meant to sexually be with one person. We choose to be. That's what differentiates us from animals. We choose our one. Even though our body, like that's why you flirt with people. You might not do anything to cheat, but you still like someone saying you look good or
Yeah.
conversation because it feels nice. So we choose to be monogamous. I don't think we're meant to be.
He wants to ask away.
I said, what was the one thing that made you feel like you had to marry your wife? It doesn't have to necessarily be one thing, but we're just wanting to know what it is. Could it be something that you want that you saw in that person? Could it just be that person in general? Let's see what Basquiat said.
Right.
Man, I look back at one-time situations and I regret that ruined some good friendships I had in the past.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
that's tough. That's tough if you do something and it messes up a friendship.
Yeah. What I was trying to say earlier was just that like the low body count thing is that like for me to actually hang out with somebody, I have to actually like enjoy being around them, and then to even get to the next step. So like, I'm not just gonna kick it with you because I'm single. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never had a one night stand. Like it would never. That's isn't something I would even like try to do because like I don't even know you.
Right.
So like, I don't know. It's pretty. I don't know. That's just the way I look at it.
Let's just put it on record that Nicholas is a New York unicorn.
Right.
I'm a super unicorn because another thing with me that's well, kind of not wide, but like I don't drink or smoke either.
Yeah,
So I'm not even in those circles of like, yo, come to this party. Like, what am I gonna do there? Just watch y'all get drunk and be annoyed. I'm pretty good off that. Like, I'm not trying to be in those circles even in the first place. Like, I've never been drunk or high in my whole life.
Nick is a unicorn that shits rainbows and glitter.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
Big facts.
So, but is it so if you feel like you need to be able to hang out with the person, is it because sex means something to you, or is it because you feel like you can't have meaningless sex?
My time is expensive, and this always was. So I'm not about to hang out with you because I'm bored. Like I'm not the guy who's just gonna go on a date just to like sharpen my sword. Like I'm good off that. Like I don't need to like yeah. I'm like I don't need to like. It just never was something that I thought. And it's not even about the sex because I don't even know if I'm gonna have sex with you yet.
Right.
Like I just don't care to like. I'm not just gonna hang out with you. I don't know. I was just always that way. I'm not just gonna hang out with you because just to hang out. Like what are we doing? Like how are we like what's happening here? I've obviously hung out with people that like but like most of my times have been like I've had sex with people before that I didn't like have such a like connection with, but like 99% of the time was like someone that I actually like liked. Because I never really like if I have sex with someone, I'm having sex with them like multiple times. It's not like a once.
I mean, because you're giving you're giving a part of yourself to that person.
Yeah, like I'm getting to know you. Like I'm not like having sex with you like in the first 5 like minutes. Like I don't know if it's gonna be the same when I'm famous in a couple months, but we'll see what happens.
He said, "I'm knocking them down when I'm famous."
You once said, "It's a combination of things. Nothing is perfect, but the support I get with things I want to try and do better our situation and bring someone who doesn't settle for less."
See, support. That support hits different when someone
It really
supports
does.
you or believes in you. Like that trumps a lot of things.
Facts.
Well, you notice how our show subjects came in that type of order. Like we talked about support, and we talked about friendship, and now we're talking about attraction. So eventually we'll have like another relationship
Right.
show, and then maybe have a marriage show just to because I want to know like what is it that makes you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, like because a lot of people are getting married young. That's 40, 50, 60 years down the line, and you're
Right.
still dealing with the same person. Like, what is it?
I think it's just finding someone. I don't want it like it sounds bad, but finding someone you can tolerate, because it's not very easy to be around people like you know me, like people, like I invite people to come over, and then by like day 2 you're messing up my routine and I want you out of my space.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
think that was it for me. Like how we could all be on the phone and be in silence, and we know we're just there. We can all occupy our own time. We don't have to always be doing something. It's like finding people you're comfortable enough with to do nothing.
I think I would have married my ex-girlfriend if I was like older.
Mm-hmm. If you were in a different place in life, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So that plays a factor into marriage. Like, do you feel like you want to be a certain age or achieve a certain level of success before
I think
marriage?
I don't know if age, but both. I think both. I feel like time more than age, which kind of like go with each other. But like, there's certain things that like I just don't feel like, you know what I mean. I don't want to like have to like do things and like have a significant other in the back of my mind. Like, you know what I mean. It's hard to do at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like no one should get married until they're like 35. And that's not to say you shouldn't be with the same person. Like, you can be with someone till you're 35, but I feel like you need, like, your 20s are meant to explore. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
30 to 35, travel and enjoy each other. And then at 35, settle down, get married right away and have kids right away. So you're not like, 40 with a baby.
Yeah.
But, and then you're good, because you don't want to, get married at like 23 and you just now experience like club life, and now you don't get to travel because you immediately have a kid and you kind of feel miserable and stuck.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta try a lot of things,
Mhm.
whenever that is, if it's young or old.
You got right. You gotta live. You gotta get.
Yeah, it's just
you gotta
like
experience things. Get everything out of your system, because you don't
You
want
also
to
have to have healthy relationships that show you.
Right.
Because my parents have been married for 30, almost 40 years, and I think they got married after my sister was born. So it wasn't like, I guess they didn't really feel like they had to get married before having kids, but it just worked for them, and it hasn't been perfect, but I think like those types of examples are realistic, because a lot of the time we're looking at couples on social media who are sharing their entire relationship, and then literally they break up, and it's like people were so invested in that relationship, but breaking up is a part of relationships. You're not always supposed to be with the same person for forever. But that's why I keep asking, like, what is it that makes you want to be with that person forever?
Right.
That was a long time.
It is. It is.
That's why I feel like the longer you're able to live life how you want to live it without having to think about a significant other is probably best.
Right. I mean, that's why, like, hey, look, I think the government needs to step in and implement time frames. As I was talking to Danny about it earlier, I was like, I don't think anybody should be able to have a kid before they're 21.
Nope.
Like, there's no way you should be having a kid and you're not even legally able to drink yet.
I don't think people should have kids until they're like 30.
I mean, well, I would say 25 is a good roundabout number, but the later, like I said,
25, you're really only like 7.
I had Khalil when I was 25.
And my mom had me when she was 20, but she was also in the Air Force. So I think like military people move a little faster than civilian people.
I know a couple people in the military that got married just for the extra money.
Right, that too.
And then they broke up, obviously. But
Coffee. So was it true love?
what even is true love?
Like, what is that? Yeah, like what does that mean? How does it differentiate from not true love? Like I
don't know. It sounds like a TV cliche.
I mean, well, do you think back now, like when, like in past relationships, obviously when you go into every relationship, you probably feel like, oh my God, I so love this person, I'm going to be with them forever. Yeah. And now looking back on those relationships that you possibly thought that, do you still think that had whatever went wrong, you would still be with that person?
The one relationship I had, probably, yeah.
I don't think I would date any of my exes. Not like again.
If the person that I was dating at that time just wasn't broken, we we probably would have still been together.
Okay.
They were the reason our relationship didn't work out because of their shortcomings. Had they been a normal person and not be the person that they were, we probably would have still been together.
Right. I think based off of my relationship now, thinking back to my relationship in the past, like, nah, it wouldn't have worked out.
Nah. The one from Boston, no?
Nah, she was broken. I think she's good now, but I think we had to split up for her to realize, like, you can tell someone how much they're broken and that they need to fix it, but you know, if they already have someone that's making them feel comfortable, they're not going to try to fix it. So I think once we split up, that's when she fixed whatever she needed to fix, and now she's good. She's happy. She's married.
Just I'm late because my dad was talking to me, but Coffee said he found true love once and it didn't work out, but just because it didn't work out doesn't mean it wasn't true love. Like doesn't mean that you didn't genuinely love that person.
Mm-hmm. I like E1's description.
So she was his true love, but you weren't hers. That would be the only reason why the wedding kept getting pushed back.
Right. Or maybe, I mean, how old were you guys? Maybe she just felt, I don't know. You know, you always hear about the people who get the wedding jitters or whatever, because it's a serious thing for people to take that. Like, you know, I mean, for me, in my mind, as harsh as it might sound, I feel like marriage is just a piece of paper, because we know people who are married who are less happy than we are, you know, not being married. You know what I'm saying? But for me, marriage is just a way to ensure that everything I have, Danny will get, and it'll be here for her and the boy. Like, other than that, I know that we're going to be together. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that, you know, we're important together. Like, you know.
So why should legalizing it and putting it down on paper make you feel any different?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it does. Like a marriage or not marriage, it doesn't matter to me. It's just a way to financially, or, you know, in the government's eyes, entitle you to everything I have if something happens to me.
So why do people get jitters then?
Because they probably don't really want to get married. I mean, it's just maybe the words, or those might be people who, because I'm not a super religious person, so it might be like a more religious thing. You know, it could be a combination of things. But also, people don't get married for the right. Like, some people get married just because they like saying my husband or my wife. Like, I know
that's true. I know a few of those.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm not just gonna, like, I've never been a person who want to just get married, like, just because, just to say my husband and my wife. Like, it doesn't make sense.
You can always tell them, because they say the word my husband, my wife 34 times in one sentence.
Like, we saw the ring, we were at the reception, we get it. Like, we get it.
And I feel like the marriage part of it is for me, I feel like it's mostly for the woman, because she's dreamed of that day. Like, but my sister went to the courthouse and got married. She was chilling.
She's smart.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that get married and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm still in debt because of it," and stuff like that.
Yeah, and one of my sorority sisters, she had this big, elaborate wedding. I think it was like a $24,000 wedding. Like,
that's crazy.
The place was immaculate. The food was ridiculous. But to have that type of debt where you're not going to get nowhere near even a third of that in return in gifts is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. My best friend got married. I think it was
paying for people to see you get married and then after celebrate. Yeah.
My best friend wedding, who I was in her wedding, the plates were like $110 a plate. What?
Oh,
no. No, listen. We're gonna go down to the courthouse and listen, we about to have this backyard barbecue. Listen, I'm not about to spend $110 on this food.
As I said, destination.
Right.
I would say when we
remember
get married,
that wedding,
destination
they made that wedding memorable for you.
Right.
Destination all the way. But I've also been to weddings that were in like backyards. You know what I'm saying? They dressed them up really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about the ceremony. Like, you can feel when two people really love each other and they're tearing and they're wiping each other's tears. Like, that's what you want to see. It doesn't matter if it's in the Taj Mahal or if it's in, grandma's basement. Like, you just want to feel the love. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But if you want to spend $50,000 on flowers, good luck to you.
If you want to become a bridezilla, good luck to ya.
They're gonna be dead by the end of the ceremony.
Okay, maybe the ones who get a divorce. Like,
I think this was a good conversation, though. Do you guys have anything else to add before we get out? We're about an hour and 45 minutes in.
I don't know. Nick, you got anything you want to get off your chest?
Besides,
he's a unicorn, baby.
Right, we got to set up a dating show for me.
I'm so weird with a lot of things. It's crazy.
I feel like
I am too.
Like, my mind is so odd that I need to start doing stuff like this like every day. Just because I think my vision of things are so different.
Yeah, I feel like he's almost like too perfect to the point where girls are just.
But I'm not perfect though.
I
cheated on every single relationship I've ever had in my entire existence except like one.
Like, being a New Yorker, they're like, oh, he don't drink or smoke. Like, oh, I can't fuck with that.
Not facts.
On the block, like,
all people used to tell me was like, you don't drink or smoke, so what do you do for fun? It's like, so there's nothing else fun I could do.
Like, that's what you gotta do to have fun.
Drinking is not fun. Do not let them make you think that drinking is fun. It is not.
No, I mean, like, I'm also not opposed. Like, I will hang out, like most of my friends, everyone drinks. So, like, that's not like, I'll chill at a party, people are drinking, and like a lot of people I know smoke. I'd rather hang out with people that smoke than drink though. But yeah, like, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not like a dare kid that's like, chill, get away from me. You smoke, I hate you. Like, I don't care. Like, you can smoke right next to me. Like, it's like a joke at this point where, like, if my friends are smoking, I'll literally grab it and be like, and then I just give it back to them. Like, I'll literally take it and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna smoke right now, and then not smoke it.
I hate smoke. I hate it.
I hate like the smell of it. I hate like I don't like it.
Yeah. Each their own though.
I'm a non weed smoker because of Danny.
Yes. When I met Word, she used to smoke Black and Milds. And baby,
it annoyed me.
My ex used to smoke like every single day. And like
Word quit cold turkey because I annoyed her that much.
That much.
Well, I mean, it's also better for your health. So she was kind of looking out for herself, but looking out for you at the same time.
So I was like, listen, if you ever had any other habits, I know you could quit cold turkey because you quit this cold turkey.
Right.
I annoyed her that much. She was like, listen. And then after she stopped doing it, like when we would have arguments or whatever, she would try to go, because her nerves were rattled, she would try and go and smoke and make herself sick.
Right. And I was even more mad. Like, make me quit. Now I can't even do it right.
Yeah.
And she can't even be around people who do it, because now she's like, that's what I smelled like?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a whole dub. And shout out to the vape.
That vape still stank though.
It smells like Ponsol.
That's better than whatever else.
It is. It's definitely because I don't know, Black and Mild smoke. I don't know. It smells.
But that's a vape, or that's like a pen.
It's what do you call it? Stizzy. So it's
concentrate.
Yeah. So it's THC.
Okay, so it's like a pen.
Yeah.
My mom was a cigarette smoker, and then Word was smoking Black and Milds. I was like, it smells like.
Yeah, I couldn't date someone that smoked cigarettes. I could date someone that smoked weed, but not cigarettes.
I could tolerate weed over cigarettes. Cigarettes was like a no. But before Word, my ex that I dated, he smoked weed heavy and cigarettes heavy. Like, how you got two heavy habits? I was like, no. And we used to argue so much about it. Like, bicker, argue. I was like, he's like, yo, you stressing me out. Like, why you keep smoking? Like,
because you stressed him out.
I was like, can you just at least do just the weed? Why, after you smoke the weed, you gotta smoke a cigarette after it?
You need therapy.
Well, that's how I started smoking Black and Milds when I started smoking weed in college. You smoke a black after because it keeps your high up, because Black and Milds are super strong. So it kind of gives you its own buzz. And then I don't know how I just started smoking them by themselves, but I hate cigarettes still. I've hated cigarettes forever. My mom was a cigarette smoker since I was young, and I can't.
Clearly, Danny doesn't find smoking attractive.
My mom doesn't smoke anymore, thank God, and it's because her smoking caused her to get COPD, so she can't smoke. So don't smoke, people.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And now my mom can't smoke anymore, so we're winning. No more smoking in our family.
Nope.
Because my grandma quit cold turkey.
Stevie says the SIGs when you hit the midlife crisis. What?
What? Stevie is like 12. What midlife crisis is he hitting?
Right.
Wait, Stevie smoked cigs?
I don't think so.
No, I'm about
He
to say
bet
that.
not.
Yeah, there's nothing attractive about somebody going outside. I mean, Black and Miles weren't any better, but I feel like Black and Miles were a community smoking type thing because we'd be at frat parties and they'd be like, yo, somebody got a black. But like cigarettes is just like a loner or a bum. Like, hey, let me bum a cig off of you. Like,
when I used to work in the city in Manhattan, and I worked for Bloomberg, and I used to work in the building that was on Lexington Avenue, and I would go out for lunch, and I would see all the smokers in the building outside. It'd be brick cold. No habit would ever want to make me stand outside and freeze till I had pneumonia. Nope.
No.
They all be out there like this.
right,
No.
you take a couple pulls and drop it and run.
No.
That's my time to cut her off, y'all. So thank you to everybody who watched the episode. We have 8 people in here right now, but we had about 20 earlier, so we appreciate you guys. Nick, we appreciate you for being on once again.
Of course,
We love your
always.
perspective.
Always.
We'll just hit you up whenever we need a good perspective.
Right.
I'm on call.
He's like the perfect
He's
guy.
the long lost fourth member.
I'm on call.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I am hella laced.
It's your favorite customizer, Word Customs.
It's your turn, Nick, because Danny got to go last.
Oh, really? I don't know. I'm Nick from Way Before the Fame.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, wait, before Danny goes, everybody make sure you support the money we're raising for breast cancer. You know, some people, I guess, didn't feel comfortable giving money, which I can totally understand.
When is the last day to do that?
I mean, this is throughout the link is up for direct donation to Strides. It's in my bio in my link tree, so you can donate till I think the 31st, and then after the 31st, it probably goes towards next year. So until the end of the month, with the raffle one, where if you want to donate $25 and you send it to the Cash App, I'm gonna say to like the 28th, so I can try to do the raffle at the end of the month and the teas.
Yeah, because I want to give the money from my hoodies. I think I sold about like 7 or something towards the raffle, and then if I win the raffle, I'm gonna donate that also.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
28th. Okay, cool.
Shout out to Nick, who's going above and beyond to help the cause. Anybody who hasn't donated yet, look, I'm gonna keep spamming y'all off for the whole month, so you can be mad at me if you want to. You're gonna see it every day. So tell a friend to tell a friend. $1, $2, $3 is all appreciated. No amount is too small.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say too that we've, at least as far as I know, me, Danny, Word, we've all been affected, whether personally or somebody in our family, with cancer, any kind of cancer. Of course, you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I've had family members who have gone through that. So it's personal to us. It means a lot to us. So if we're posting about it and you feel like there's too much emotion behind it, just think about it. Like having your family member pass away or even go through the breast cancer battle, it means that much more to somebody. So we're getting a lot of messages saying this and that about what she's posting, but at the end of the day, the cause is way more than however you feel about what Word has to say.
People are really saying that?
Let me put that disclaimer out there. So apparently people are offended, I guess, because I put it out there and it wasn't meant to be a threat. It was just basically, if come November 1st, you see that I'm no longer following you, don't take it personal. It's not that I have a problem with you as a friend. Like if I unfollow you, it's because you didn't feel that you cared enough about something I care about to donate. Like, and I'm saying $1, even 50 cents. Like, you cash out me 50 cents if that's all you have to give, because I know times are hard right now. But if I see you buying the latest Jordans or this hat or that hat and posting this, and you didn't even bother to repost me, like it makes me feel away. And personally, I don't want to see you in my feed because it's going to trigger me to not like you. So I'd rather still be friends with you and just unfollow you, if that makes sense. So I just don't care to have my feed flooded with people who don't care about the things I care about. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. If you called me on the phone and needed to talk, I'd still talk to you. I just don't care to see your feed, if that makes sense. So if anybody took it as a threat, I apologize. It wasn't a threat, like saying you better do it. If you don't feel like it's something you want to do, or even if you hit me up and told me you donated to breast cancer already, I'm fine with that. But, say something if you call yourself my friend.
Right. It's something that me and Word have been very passionate about for years. Like we've always done the walks. We did the Central Park walk, the 5 mile one. We've done Jersey City, we've done Newark, and we've kind of been rotating those every time they come around. COVID happened right now, so there's not really a walk, it's a drive through. I'd
Right.
rather do the walk where we're out there meeting and mingling with people, but we're still trying to raise money for it. I have an aunt who's a survivor of it. I have another aunt who a survivor of it. She started out with breast cancer and it turned to metastatic breast cancer, which means it goes from the breast and then spreads to the rest of the body. I have a best friend who's a survivor of it right now. I could tell you who her Instagram page is if you want to go and look. She has her story, she has her scars, she tells you all about how it affects her. Hers started out as breast cancer, then she was cured, then she was in remission, and then it came back even stronger. So she has metastatic breast cancer now. It means it spread all over her body. So it's real out here. You don't even have to be just female. There are men that get it. It's usually rarer in men, but they still can get it. And then we all may know other people in the sneaker community who are battling this disease. It's very ugly and it takes people's lives, and we're just trying to raise the money to get the awareness out there, to get the research done to find a cure for this disease that's taking people.
Yeah,
Right.
and
So
even if you don't know somebody who's specifically gone through breast cancer, you could know somebody in the future who could benefit from all of the awareness and donations that we're getting. Like it's not just going to nothing, it's going to research, and
right,
a loved one that you know might need that research.
right.
Word up.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that ever had breast cancer.
I do it for my grandma, who I lost, and then more recently, I lost my aunt, who was her daughter, who had the same thing. It started actually as like uterine cancer, and then it went undetected until it became breast cancer. So it's kind of a thing that runs in my family. So not only have I lost people to it, but it's something God forbid, I might have to deal with one day. So what I'm saying, it's something I'm definitely passionate about, which is why I might be kind of irate about it or just be
Aggressive.
bored about it. Yeah, there you go. Aggressive about it.
But
Yep.
the link's in the bio. I post the swipe up. You can find the link in Word's bio.
We'll have it in the description
Yeah,
too, guys.
any little bit helps. $1, 50 cents, $2, whatever you have to help support the cause. That's all we ask.
Strength in
And
numbers.
yep,
Yep.
I have 10,000 followers. If all 10,000 followers just donated $1, we would
Right.
exceed our goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, we wanted to, I had been talking about it, wanting to plan like some kind of annual sneaker breast cancer thing, but obviously COVID messed that up. But hopefully, we can start getting in the works to maybe next year October, picking a city to do, a big walk in, and that'll be something cool for a reason for us to get together and have make a weekend out of it.
Right.
Thanks.
All right. Danny Nicole, aka Caramel Wonder, Tada Sock Lady, socks still for sale. Donation link uh, is up there for you to donate to the cause. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Don't look for me on Facebook because I ain't adding all of y'all. And we out.